welcome to Chamber Insights. This is Philip O'Rourke, the Executive Director of the Yellow Springs Chamber of Commerce, and you are watching the space that we created just for you, Chamber Insights, where professionals share. You have the opportunity to hear from Chamber members, but not only that, some pros within their own sphere of influence, within their business, within their industry, and learn how they can be a resource for you. In the times that we're in right now, a lot of people have to pivot. We all have to look at what's on our plate and see how we can manage all of this. Some of us are putting more on our plate, and some of us are just looking for ways that we're able to impact our audiences, impact communication, and do all of these things in a very sleek workflow. Well, today I'm excited to have April Wolford of Wolford Ventures, and we are going to be talking about how you can optimize your workflow and some tools and strategies that you need to succeed. And we're going to invite you to a seminar afterwards, so be sure you stick around. But right now, help me welcome April. April.
Hi, Philip.
Hello.
Thanks so much for having me.
Absolutely. I'm so glad that, I know you're busy, and I'm so glad that you took time to be on Chamber Insights with me today. Now, you heard a lot of what we were just talking about. Before I jump in, picking your brain for all those people out there who are grabbing their pens and grabbing their paper, getting their tablets out, taking notes. Give me a little bit of background about you and what you do.
All right. Well, my background is in information technology and in fundraising, as well as digital marketing. So I worked for many years in higher education and nonprofits, managing technology services, and then more recently shifted my career into kind of a fundraising business development role with nonprofits and small businesses. I started Wolford Ventures about a year or so ago to really focus my time and energy with small businesses and nonprofits to help them grow and improve the tools that they have for their work.
A lot of people think of, well, I don't know a lot of people, when people think of the chamber and people think of connecting businesses, sometimes people don't think of nonprofits, and you have a very specific direction when working with them. Some people also think that they just don't, in their minds, they don't put all of the business specifics with assign it to a nonprofit. And I want to kind of talk about that and jump into that because we have a lot of nonprofits that we work with. So picking your brain as the pro today, working with nonprofits, what are one of the biggest challenges that you see specifically within the digital space and with nonprofits, but relative to other businesses?
Well, they have a lot in common, actually. I mean, businesses and nonprofits have to generate revenue for their organizations. They do it in different ways, but they both have to in order to be successful and complete their missions. So a lot of their business processes or organizational processes are very similar. So I think it's fair. Here I'll cover some of the biggest challenges, and they really impact both small businesses and nonprofits. And some of those that I see that are facing nonprofits and small businesses right now are finding the capacity to manage all the tasks required to grow and run your organization. Time, resources like that, the capacity to manage your organization is a challenge. Gaining the expertise to acquire and maintain essential technologies, as well as marketing plans and following through with marketing plans, is another challenge. Choosing the right technology for businesses and organizations. So not just the expertise, but just how do I choose? What do I need? What software do I need to do the work that the organization needs? Then performing consistent data backups continues to be a big challenge. It's not a new one, but it's one of those capacity pieces where if you don't have time to put a plan in place, you don't realize it's a problem until your computer crashes or you need to have your data and you don't have it because your computer's not working. Getting training is another area that is a challenge. Am I using the tools that I have effectively into getting the most bang out of the buck, so to speak? And using social media, how do I use that to support my larger marketing plan? Am I using this to support my marketing plan?
Mm.
That's another challenge I think that people have. And then finally, creating an engaging digital content. What kind of content are you putting out there? Is it really engaging the people you want it to? Is it supporting your efforts in that way?
And I think all of that, somebody can listen and like, whoa, you
Yeah.
know, that can be a lot. And you mentioned workflow in there, processes. You also mentioned technology, social media. One of the things that is so interesting right now is how much technology advances and how fast it moves. Some things were relevant today, and tomorrow it's off trend, and there's a new trend, and it's no longer relevant. So people have to, specifically nonprofits, they have to continuously re-educate and learn from somebody like you that knows all of the trends, the ins and outs. What are some of the key trends that business owners and nonprofits in today's time, with everything going on, what business trends in general, should they be paying attention to?
Well, that's a great question, and as you pointed out, it's hard to keep track of technology and the pace at which it evolves and grows. The new technology that's out there available, is it something that can really help you? Is it something you should pay attention to or not? And so I chose some that I feel are really, trends that small businesses and nonprofits can really benefit from paying attention to.
Yeah.
One of the biggest trends right now is in artificial intelligence, AI. Of course, everybody's talking about it. There are tools emerging every day to do everything from video to create your own videos, write your own books, and I mean, really do a wide range of things. But one of the things I think is important around that for businesses and nonprofits to consider is balancing it. Like, AI is great for helping you draft content, helping you write documents, standardize letters, give you a starting place with plans and other narrative documents like that. And it can also help you with social media content to put that out there. But you have to balance that with a growing desire for authenticity. So
Mm.
at the same time that your potential customers and clients know that AI is a powerful tool, it also can come off as an unauthentic voice for your organization.
Mm.
So it's an important balance to find this balance between using AI tools, but also making sure it's in your voice and it's an authentic voice. Other trends would include, social media marketing and the changing algorithms around the platforms. That you used to be able to develop a pretty strong following through organic advertising methods, but now those algorithms increasingly favor paid advertising. So strategically developing social media marketing content and boosting that or using paid advertising can really increase and grow your audience a lot more quickly.
Yeah.
Security is another trend to pay attention to. It's not new again, but it is increasingly important that organizations protect their content, their own intellectual property, as well as their brand by being conscious of cyber threats such as phishing and other scams, which are a growing concern. Engagement and supporters for business development and fundraising remains an important trend for business development. So continuing to have a fresh campaign and ways of engaging is important. Also, analysis of social media marketing and other marketing efforts. How are you analyzing the effectiveness of those programs? I think is important. Are you reaching your donors? Are you reaching your clients? Are you driving them to the content to see the information you want them to see? how effective are those campaigns? And then finally, cloud computing tools, I think, are really a big trend for storing your information, sharing and co-authoring documents. Like if you're working with teams and different groups to create content and share documents and plans. Many businesses and nonprofits spend a lot of time sending drafts of plans and documents back and forth between collaborators, trying to track changes using that method can be very challenging. But something like Google Workspace and shared documents, cloud documents can really simplify that process and save you a lot of time.
Yeah, there are so many pieces. Listen, I need a pen and a paper, like for myself, because even though I'm a marketing strategist, and even though I'm sitting here in the Chamber of Commerce and do a lot of these things in large part, there are so many components. That's why I'm so excited that you're able to sit down with us and talk to us about what it is that you do. Because some people may be, listen, even business owners, just because you're a business owner or you're an organization lead doesn't mean that you have to do all these things by yourself, because you don't know what you don't know. And that's why connecting with resources like you, Wolford Ventures, all of those things are so important. So people have support to make their business as successful as possible. Let me ask you this: in terms of listening to you so far, and if I'm a business owner or organization lead, and I'm thinking, at what point would I reach out and say, "Hey, I might need a consultation with you"?
Well, to your point, a lot of us go into become business owners and or nonprofit leaders because we have a lot of expertise in the area that we're working in.
Mhm.
So if you're an artist or if you're you provide professional services, generally speaking, you're an expert in your area, but you're not an expert in all aspects of doing business. So you hire a tax consultant to help you file your taxes. You hire human resources professionals to help you develop your human resources plans. And so the same is true, I think, for technology and for marketing. That when you might reach out to me would be a time when you feel like you want to grow your business, for example. You want it to be you want to get more customers, engage more effectively with your customers. That's an area where I can help implement marketing plans, social media, and that sort of thing. Also, if you're growing your team, if you have new employees coming on, new volunteers coming on, you need to make sure that they have access to a computer, your internet access, the security tools, or maybe you have them bringing their own equipment in, and you want to just be sure that your environment is safe from threats and that sort of thing. So those are some of the ways, and just know, I have more than 30 years of experience in IT and a really broad range of technologies for professional services, and nonprofits and organizations of all kinds. So I can help you with a wide range, even if you don't know what the right questions are, but you know that you feel like you need to improve your environment just to, be more successful in your towards your goals. Then those are good times to reach out to me.
I love that, and hopefully somebody there is like, "Whew," because I didn't know. Like I don't know where to go, where to turn. One of the amazing things that the audience has the opportunity to take advantage of is you are hosting a seminar called "Underwhelm Yourself" with Google Workspace, and that's going to be on April the 8th at 8:30 a.m. to 10, right here in Yellow Springs at Coactive. Tell us, what does underwhelm yourself with Google Workspace? What does that mean?
Well, it means that, so many times as business and nonprofit leaders, we feel overwhelmed. We're overwhelmed by, external factors that we can't control. We the tools that we have available that we are not sure how to use, or whether we're getting the best out of that. And so I chose the term underwhelm because I want to imply that you can reduce that overwhelm by learning more about some tools that can simplify your work processes as well as the technology that you have. A lot of organizations end up spreading themselves thin across a lot of technology platforms. Like you have one site for your website, you have a different place that hosts your domain, you have another place where you get your email. Maybe you're using a separate Calendly program for your calendars, survey forms. I mean, there's a real breadth. You can really, there's a lot of tools out there, and if you're spread across a lot of them, you have to learn a lot of different technologies in order to achieve the work, to complete the
Yeah.
work that you do. So the seminar that I'm going to offer is going to focus on Google Workspace, because that's a major part of my offering that I provide, is to implement and really get Google Workspace up and running for organizations. And Google Workspace can simplify and streamline all the tools needed for business owners and nonprofit leaders. For the seminar, attendees are going to get a detailed overview of the tools available in Google Workspace. Those include how Google services can save money and simplify your technology in the way that I just described by consolidating these many platforms into one. Email marketing tools, including email templates and mail merge features that are built into Gmail, using Google Forms for surveys, contact information requests, and event registrations, ways to use calendars to manage appointment scheduling and meetings, using Google's AI tools called Gemini, how those are integrated with Google Docs and other tools to kind of seamlessly. You don't need to go out and get ChatGPT, for example, as another platform. You can use what's built into Google there. And then also using the Google Drive to share documents, co-author, and use it as a backup to share your documents in a cloud storage environment. So those are kind of the high level of what we'll cover at the seminar.
I love that, because before you were talking about how many platforms people use to kind of pull in all of their needs, all the different platforms that people use. And then you're mentioning at the seminar, Underwhelm Yourself, you're mentioning that Google can be the place to find all of these tools, all of these resources. And now there's a person to tell you all about it. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. And for everybody watching, I was floored at the amount of robustness that Google actually has, and all of the things they are to continue to discover. So I'm excited about the seminar coming up.
Yeah, I mean, the price point is really great too. It starts at $7 a month per user for it, so it's very cost effective as well. So
yeah, it's great for businesses. It's great for individuals. It's great for organizations, nonprofits. We're in the economic climate right now where it's like, I can't decrease what I offer, but I need to decrease the price and maximize how I'm using them. So I appreciate you for bringing this seminar to us. I know that people are going to be able to find you on yschamber.org/insights. Where can they find you personally to kind of take advantage and pull your ear, get a consultation, ask more questions?
Yeah, I offer a free consultation to anyone who's interested in talking about services I provide and the needs you have around this. You can visit my website at wolfordventures.com. You can either fill out a request form there, schedule a consultation directly from the website. My contact information, email, phone number, and that kind of information is also on the website. So please check it out. And if you have any questions, free sign up for a free consultation, and I'd love to talk with you.
April, thank you so much for being on here. Thank you for bringing this amazing seminar to us in April, and I just can't wait to see people get wowed and ahaed about the things that are just literally right at their fingertips.
I'm looking forward to it.
Find more about April and what is being offered in the way of the consultation and attending the April 8th seminar, Underwhelm Yourself with Google Workspace. Listen, we all have a lot to do. We all have a lot on our plate. It's not about us having less. It's about having the management to take care of it, having the tools and the resources, including the people who are able to either take that piece over or show us the most efficient way to get the most out of the assets that we have. April 8th, Underwhelm Yourself with Google Workspace. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you next time here on Chamber Insights.
To be a guest on Chamber Insights or to inquire about advertising opportunities, please email insights@yschamber.org or visit www.yschamber.org/insights.